Hi, Dogs by Nature. Welcome back to Rufio's Film Room. We're looking at offset draws in this video. Continuing on our draws. Uh, Hi, Dogs by Nature. Welcome back to Rufio's Film Room. In this video, we're going to be looking at some offset draws, draw plays where the running back is to the left or right of the quarterback, and not sort of lined up directly behind him. I've noticed in the past that when we see a formation with running back offset, that we are a pass-heavy tendency, and I think it's something that we've allowed teams to sort of key on a little bit too much and been too predictable with. So once you know you sort of have that tendency, and you're in a situation like this, sort of backed up, we're at about the 11-yard line, second and 10 from our own 11. It's a pass tendency down. I think this is the perfect time to dial up draw plays. This is the time when the defense can be cheating the most of the pass. And this draw play here was very effective for us, but unfortunately was called back by a penalty. So the first thing I want you guys to watch is off the snap, our line has to pass set to make this draw fake work. We're going to see those two defensive ends rush up the field. Okay, so the Giants are in some sort of cover two, either cover two zone, cover two man, and meaning they have two deep safeties. Neither safety is really in position to help out with the run. In addition to that, we have these defensive ends charging hard up the field, getting off the ball, really getting upfield and going after the pass rush. And that means that there's spaces in here for Trent Richardson to run through. The second thing I want you to watch is that before Trent gets up to his blockers, look at where that line of scrimmage now is. By the time Trent has to make his first cut, that line of scrimmage is a good 4 or 5 yards downfield from where it used to be. That means our line got great push, and we're going to see how from that end zone angle. Okay, and the third thing is just Trent Richardson being a beast. So he sees a guy in the hole. That guy comes up to meet him in the hole. Trent gives him that sort of dead leg. He bounces right off the tackle, accelerates again, says, "You're not getting me from behind." 93 slips out of another tackle and gets another 3 or 4 yards after everyone thinks he's all locked up. Okay, so that's just Trent being awesome. From this angle, we see, it's a wide nine techniques. Defensive end's going to charge up the field hard. Watch our 4 interior linemen. Okay, in this play, we're sort of using Ben Watson here as an offensive tackle, as an extra blocker in line. If you watch Schwartz, Laval, Mack, and Pinkston, I think they do a great job. This is something we have not seen anywhere close to enough of since we have put these three together in the middle, since Pat Shurmur's been in town. Now, I want you to watch as they start off their sort of pass setting, especially Mack here, really selling that pass. Then as they get into and drive into their blocks, they are double teaming up to these linebackers. We have 2 defensive tackles, 2 linebackers. That's 4. We got 4 linemen. We can block all of them. Trent has room to run. So as you watch, as we drive upfield, if you watch Mack and Pinkston first here, they're double teaming this defensive tackle. They're pushing him back. They're putting him on skates. All of a sudden, he decides he wants to go to the right. So that means Mack's going to pick him up. Pinkston's going to leave him and go hit this linebacker, get a hat on the hat. And that is awesome. We need to see way more of that in the near future from the interior linemen when they're sort of in these zone running schemes, draws, things like that. On the right side, we can watch Laval and Schwartz. They go get that defensive tackle. Notice he's sort of off that bump, gets sort of moved inside. That means Schwartz says, "Hey, Laval, that's yours. I'm going to get this linebacker," because you can see I have the clear sight to him. I have the clear path to him. Schwartz goes up, hits a moving target, gets just enough of him to slow him down. Again, like Mack on one of those previous draws, you love for Schwartz to go play side here a little bit more, get his helmet between the linebacker's helmet and the hole. Unfortunately, he doesn't get there. The linebacker is able to only get slowed down and get off his block. We see the second linebacker sort of break off of Pinkston's block a little early. Look at this. Trent is in front of Pinkston, bounces off that tackle, runs it outside, gets a few more. 93 thinks he has him. He doesn't have him. Trent gets another 3 or 4 more before anyone can bring him down. So I think this is great scheme, great execution, and then just talent on display for the Browns. And unfortunately, this is pulled back because of Norwood's block, which I didn't think was all that bad. We can watch Norwood here in the slot. Going to come and try and cut his back, his defensive back. I didn't think it was that bad. Apparently it was bad enough. This gets called back. Okay, so that previous draw gets called back, and what does Pat Shurmur do? He's going to go be Pat Shurmur. And that means he's going right back to the draw. So we're backed up even further this time. We can see again, we're offset. Last time it was a shotgun. This time it's a Weeden under center formation. We have 4 wide. Again, the Giants are playing too high, obviously protecting against the pass. Situation dictates pass. Weeden just drops back. And I was just happy to see this play. You know, it did gain positive yardage. Unfortunately, not as much as the one previous. But we need to run this offset draw more to be able to keep the defense honest when we either start in this offset back formation or motion to it. Because we do like to pass out of this. Sort of cheating Richardson out to the side allows him to get into his routes a little bit better, either going downfield, running sort of that Texas concept, coming back over the middle, or getting out into something quick, into a shoot route or something like that on the sideline, so we can deliver on a 3-step drop. So the more we run this play, the more we keep those pass plays sort of safe. We sort of protect those pass plays from a cheating defense. So as we roll through this, we're going to see again, interior line contains that first guy, and they're looking to one-arm him as they run up and get to the second level. Here, unfortunately, Laval is just not athletic enough to make this play, and I think few linemen would be. But Trent is able to get some good yardage out of it and fight for a little bit more and finish this run hard. And that's what you want to see out of our Cleveland Browns.